Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm a little nervous about the evaluation.
Ah, don't be. You will see that it's pretty simple. No worries. Relax. How was your
Maybe
weekend?
it was good.
Okay. Could you
Yeah.
rest?
Yes, I
Ah,
rest. Mm.
excellent. That's good. That's good. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the class. I can see few people. Oh my goodness, what's going on? And I can see only Sarah is with the camera on. And the rest of you, everybody, I want to see you, please. Camera on. Welcome to the class, everybody. Don't forget to write your full names. Now I can see Anderson. Hello, Anderson. How are you?
Morning, I'm good. Thank you. What about you?
So far, so good. Ready for the exam?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Excellent. How about Elizabeth? How are you, Elizabeth?
Hi, I'm doing great. What about you, teacher?
I'm good too. Thanks for asking. Ready for the exam?
Yes.
That's the attitude. Excellent, everybody. Very good. So remember, the exam is pretty simple. If you were in the class, if you participated in the class, the exam is a piece of cake, okay? Don't worry about it. Now, did you do the homework?
Yes, I
Yes? And the rest of you, did you do the homework?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, very good, very good. So, did you work on the platform?
yes I
Yeah.
work.
Okay, very good. So everybody, welcome again. Welcome to the class. Today is November 13. We said that by Monday, that is today, how much is the percentage that we need to reach on the platform? Do you remember?
25%.
Thank you. That's correct. So look, everybody, this is our calendar. Remember, by the end of the weekend, we needed to have 25%. Let me share with you, everybody, how your progress on the platform is. I know that you receive the users later, but it's necessary to advance, okay? To try to advance as much as possible. Can you see the platform?
Yes. Yes, teacher.
Excellent. Okay, I have Miss Alegría has 28, so you got the goal. Very good. The same with Correa Ramos, 36. Very good progress. Cruz de Vasquez, 30%. So you got the goal. Very good job. Over here, we have some progress, but not the 25%. So let's see who else. Monje Caravante, very good. 57, that's a very good progress. Quintanilla Espinosa, 29%, very good progress. You got the goal. Over here, Rivera de Garcia, 38, very good progress too. The same with Rodriguez Peña, 35. You got more than the goal. Ruiz Mejia, 43. That's a very good progress too. Miss Tolentino, 30%. Excellent progress. Vasquez Rosales, 35%. So very good. I mean, very good progress. I can see some of you haven't started yet. So be careful, everybody, because remember, by the end of this week, you needed to have 25%. So not everybody got the goal. Be careful. okay? So try to advance on the platform, please. And remember that today, it's Monday. Today we have the first speaking evaluation, okay? Remember, everybody, the instructions, keep in mind all the details that you need to say. First of all, you have to talk about a memory, okay, of your childhood, everything in simple past, of course, and using the verb used to. So if you say the verbs correctly in simple past, you describe the good memory, but at the end you don't use the verb used to, that is going to reduce your score. Also remember that you have to tell me a dish that you used to eat when you were younger. Don't forget to tell me the recipe, I mean the ingredients, the steps to prepare it, and you have to use sequencers. All of this information in 3 minutes. So please organize your time, organize your ideas, because imagine that you talk 3 minutes only in the first point, you won't have time for the second point. So I will say, I'm sorry, time's up, okay? And if you don't say the next point, so you're not going to have the point for it. So aspects to evaluate, first of all, don't read, okay? That is important. Everybody, this is the rubric that I'm going to use. Can you see the rubric? Yes. Okay, in this rubric, first of all, fluency, okay? The way that you speak, no pauses, no hesitation. If your fluency is good, you get 5 points, okay? But if you start making pauses, if you start like, that is going to reduce your score, okay? Then we have grammar, of course, the structure. If you, for example, you are speaking in simple past, but you suddenly say, I don't used to, that is a grammar mistake. And for each mistake, you are going to be losing 1 point. Then we have vocabulary, of course, that you say the correct vocabulary. And also in vocabulary, I'm going to evaluate Spanish. So if you say 1 word in Spanish, automatically is 1 point less. So for example, imagine that you are describing the recipe and you suddenly forget how to say, I don't know, imagine that you don't remember how to say hornear, and you are like, how can I say hornear? I'm sorry, I'm not going to help you because it's an exam. And if you say the word in Spanish, automatically 1 point less, okay? So be careful, if you forget the word, change it or explain or describe or use a synonym, but don't say it in Spanish. I'm going to evaluate pronunciation, especially guys of the vocabulary that we studied in the class and the pronunciation of the verbs in past. So if I listen to, play it, cook it, no. So if your pronunciation is not so good, that is going to reduce your score. Now, also in the pronunciation, the ones who were with me in the previous levels, you know that I always ask you to exaggerate, because there are some people that they say, walk. If I say walk, could you listen the ED pronunciation? Yes or no? Walk. Yes? Do you listen to the ED ending? Or what is the correct one? Walked. Now, can you identify the pronunciation in past? Walked.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what I'm trying to say is please try to exaggerate, because sometimes that is one of the main observations. And you say, teacher, but I said walked. Yeah, but guys, this is a video call. If I don't listen, so for me, it's like you didn't say it. Okay? So try to exaggerate, please. So if your pronunciation is good, well, I will give you the point. In total, this exam, it is like 20 points in total. So what you need to do is just add the points. For example, in this case, we got 10, 8. In total, you have 18 points. What you need to do is divide it by 20, okay? If you divide 18 by 20, the total is 0.9. That means that your score is, in this case, the score will be the number after
9.
the decimal point. But in this case is 9. That's your score. If I have observations, I'm going to write it right here. So for example, if you say walk and you say walked, okay, I'm going to add a letter P. That means that the pronunciation is not correct. If you have grammar mistakes or something, I'm going to write it right here. Remember that the camera on is not optional. So if you don't turn off the camera, I'm going to write it like camera off. And that means 1 point less. Understood? Yes?
Yes.
Do you have any
Yeah.
questions, everybody, about the evaluation system? Questions? No? Okay. This is optional. If I have volunteers, if you want to be the first one, you can say it. You can keep your hands lift, like in the emoji, right? You can lift your hands and I will say who's next. And important, well, I can see Victor. Do you want to be the first one?
Yes, of course, teacher.
That's the attitude. Okay. So lift your hands if you want to be the next. Listen, Victor will be the first one, but when he finishes the exam, he has to continue connected during the full class. Because if Victor says, okay, I did the exam, so can I leave? No, because remember that Zoom will continue counting your minutes, okay? And if you leave, it's like you will miss the attendance. So even if you are the first one, you need to be connected the full class. Understood? Yes?
Got it.
Excellent. Okay,
I'm sorry,
everybody.
teacher.
Uh-huh.
Teacher,
Do you have a question? Tell me.
before to start the evaluation, how are we going to know the scores?
Oh, when we finish, I'm going to send the document with the feedback and with your score. I'm sending, well, the students who were with me, they already know, I send a document on WhatsApp's group with all the scores. So you just have to look up your name and read your feedback and that's it. Because I cannot send it individually because I mean, it's a lot of work for me. And like I have a lot of students in another groups. So that's why I'm going to send only one file on WhatsApp's group and you can see your score.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, after Victor, if you want to be the next one, just lift your hands and you will be the next. Remember, you will have 3 minutes. I will have a timer, so be careful with that. Okay, everybody, ready? Or do you have any other questions? No? Okay, good luck. You can do it. Don't be afraid. Okay, Victor, this is your
Yes.
moment. Go ahead.
Hello, teacher. So, can I start? right now?
Sure. Yes. Oh, important. Everybody, keep the microphones off. If you have a question, you have to wait until your classmates ends. If I listen to microphones off and you are interrupting your classmates, I'm going to give you I'm going to reduce 1 point to you because you are interrupting your classmates. Okay? So be respectful, please be sure that your microphone is off, please. Okay, Victor, you have 3 minutes. Your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Well, hello, good morning, teacher and everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my childhood. So one of the most beautiful moments for me, and I was around 8 or 10 years old on vacation because I used to go to my aunt's house and I used to spend a lot of time with my cousins. And we used to spend and play in a lot of kind of different games. So, but even so, some days we were bored and there was not any plan better than to create a concert, but it was not a common one. It was a concert for the neighbors. Yes, as you can listen that for the neighbors. So we used to use guitars, drums, and tambourines and something like that. And well, I mean, what can I say? So I was used to creating concerts for the neighbors. So beautiful moments that will never come back. And let's talk about the dish. Well, I think that it's not really like a dish that you can buy in a restaurant, but well, my favorite dish was Nestum. It's a cereal of Nestle, and it has a bluebell in the packaging. So well, it's yummy and pretty simple to make it. First, uh, put 3 or 4 tablespoons into a bowl, and then pour a cup of milk into a bowl and mix it. Well, you instead of a cup of milk, you can use a cup of water, but if you prefer it. So after that, add a half a tablespoon of sugar, because if you don't add sugar, it's like a tasteless. So I really don't recommend you that you don't add sugar, but well, finally, slice 1 or 2 bananas. That it depends on how hungry you are. So it's delicious and that's all. It's pretty simple, and I think that is not a food or a dish for a baby, only a baby. So you can try it someday and you
Time's up.
can enjoy it.
Ah, just on time. Very good, Victor. Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Victor. So 3 minutes exactly. That's the idea, everybody. Organize your time. When you have 3 minutes, if you haven't finished, I'm sorry, but I will cut you. Okay, let's continue. The next person is Miss Tolentino. Elizabeth, are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay, give me a second. Just let me write your name.
Okay.
Okay, Miss, your 3 minutes starts now. Go ahead.
Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk about my childhood memories, and a good childhood memories that I had was definitely when all my cousins came to my house for Christmas, And we used to play jumping rope. We used to play hide and seek. It was really amazing, having time with them. And also we used to go to the beach and we used to swim and we had a lot of fun. And when we came to my house, my grandma used to cook a lot of food for us, and it was really yummy and delicious. And also, we used to watch a lot of movies, and we used to spend a lot of time, and we used to stay up until midnight. And my grandma used to get really angry because of that. But yeah, it was a really amazing memory for me because nowadays we can spend a lot of time together, but we had those memories, so that's cool. And also I'm going to talk about a dish that I used to eat when I was younger. Well, when I was younger, my mom used to cook for me meatballs. It was really yummy and delicious for me. And the ingredients are ground meat, onion, tomato, salt, pepper, and tomato sauce. First, you have to put the ground meat in a bowl, and next you have to chop the onions and the tomatoes and add to the boil, and you have to mix all. Then you have to heat the saucepan and add oil, and you have to start to make balls and fry them. And after that, you can pour the tomato sauce and wait for boil. And finally, it can be served with rice or spaghetti. It's up to you. I remember that I used to eat that meal like every weekend's day, and my mom used to cook really well. Well, she still does. So I really enjoy, that meal, and it brings me back to that time. So that was a dish that I used to eat when I was younger. And I remember that my mom and my grandma used to teach me how to make that dish. So nowadays, okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss. Listen, very good job. I wish I could give you more time. I know that 3
Yeah.
minutes is not enough, but unfortunately, we don't have so much time. But don't
Okay,
worry.
thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's continue with Miss Eunice. Eunice, are you ready?
Hello, I'm ready.
Excellent. Okay, give me a second. Let me write your name.
Okay.
Okay, Hazel. Oh, sorry, Giselle is your name. Sorry, Eunice Giselle. Okay, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay, good morning for everybody and teacher. Now I'm going to talk about a memory when I was younger. I remember with my mom and my little brother, we went to the church every Sunday. After that, we used to go out on Sunday and we ate pizza or chicken. And then my brother, I could play in a power or some game. And next, and I'm going to talk that I used to eat. My dish is macaroni. My mom used to make me macaroni with chicken because I loved it, and it's styled that way. The first, but first the ingredients are macaroni, piece of chicken. Okay, we boil the water. She prepared with boil the water, and then she add onion to the saucepan. And next, we take out the macaroni and drain the remove to the water. Then she fry pan with butter to prepare to tomato sauce. And then she add chicken pies to the sauce. And when the tomato sauce is cooked, the macaroni and mix them so that the sauce is ingredient. Finally, she stir and a piece of chicken and cheese. Yes, that.
Only that?
Yeah, only that.
You still have 40 seconds, so you can continue talking.
Okay. And a memory that we used to do, it does after to go out, and then we used to talk about or on your birthday or make a cake, but I don't know how to order a cake on every birthday to me and to my brother. Yeah. And only that.
You still have 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay. And when I was a child, I used to go out with my younger sister, and we used to dance in a.
Time's up. Okay, that's it. Very good. Thank you, Eunice. All right, so you see everybody, 3 minutes. If you don't speak the 3 minutes, I will let you know, like, give me more, please, okay? Now, let's continue. The next in my list is Celia. Hello, Celia, are you ready?
Hello, teacher. I'm ready.
Excellent. Let me write your name. Give me a second. Okay, Celia, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay. I have a lot of memories when I was a child, especially growing up in El Salvador in Cojutepeque City. I used to play different games like marbles, jumping rope, and I used to play the game called Pica Pica in the neighborhood streets. It used to be a favorite pastime for all of the kids. I used to gather with my best friends in late afternoons, and we used to divide ourselves into 2 teams. The rules were really simple because one team used to hide and the other used to seek. The twist was that the seekers had to catch the hiders by tagging them, but the hiders could run back to the home base to avoid being caught. Our home base used to be a big, massive mango tree, and the game used to begin with a cheerful countdown for 1, 2, 3, so on. And the hider used to scatter, finding nooks and crannies to tuck themselves away. As the game progressed, the shots of Pika Pika used to had an echo through the neighborhood, signaling that someone had been caught. But the joy and the happiness was really grateful. No matter it wasn't winning or losing, it was a happiness. camaraderie and the thrill of the chase. That was the best moments for my childhood. Now I'm going to talk about the dish that I used to eat when I were younger. Yes, okay. When I was younger, I used to eat sopa de patas. I can say that sopa de patas is tasty for me for many reasons, but the ingredients for make or prepare this type of soup is 2 or 3 beef trotters as your preference, and 1 onion, chopped tomatoes, clove of garlic, carrots, chayote, bell pepper and red pepper, and corn, plantain. Another ingredient was a cilantro, 1 teaspoon of cumin, salt and pepper to taste, and water for boiling. And the steps are: first you need to prepare the trotters, very clean the beef
Thanks,
trotters. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I've never heard Pika Pika games before. So that's new for me. That's interesting. Thank you, Celia. All right, let's continue. Who's next? Who's next? I have here in my list, Rosibel. Are you ready, Rosibel?
Yes.
All right, let me write your name. Give me a second. Okay, 1 second, please. Okay, Rosibel, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. When I was a child, I remember that with my brothers and sister, we visited our friends Efrain in your house. We used to watch TV in your house because in at home in my house we didn't have TV. And I remember that we used to watch the Rugrats, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, A. Arnold, Heidi, among others. And I remember that we used to play some games. For example, we used to play football. Sometimes we used to play hide and seek and jumping rope. My childhood, I enjoyed a lot of, because it was a time very special for me. Okay, now I am talking about my recipe for you. My recipe for you is when I was a younger, my mother prepared as a cream chicken with loroco. And the ingredients, this recipe is loroco, chicken, cream, onions, garlic, butter, oil, water. And first, you put in a saucepan the chicken and add water, onions, garlic, and salt. When it's already cooked, the chicken, we take it out, and the chicken is seasoning. You can seasoning the chicken, and in a frying pan, you put in a frying pan a little oil and fry and put the chicken for fry, and then you take it out the chicken and for that is time to prepare the cream with loroco. For prepare the cream with loroco, you chop the garlic, then chop the loroco, and you
Time's up.
le-
Okay,
okay.
that's all. Thank you, Rosabel. That sounds very delicious. I love
Yes.
loroco. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Rosabel. You see, everybody, this exam is pretty simple. Let's continue with Kenya. Hello, Kenya Martinez.
Hello, teacher.
Are you ready?
I think so, but yes.
Yes, you are. Absolutely. Okay, Kenya, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay, hello everybody. I will talk about my childhood. I remember when I was a child, I used to visit my grandma's house, especially in Holy Week. My grandma's house had a big yard, and there were a lot of kind of trees with a lot of kind of fruit, and such as tangerines, oranges, lemons. I remember mangoes and banana and other. I used to play tag and hide and seek with my cousins. And they used to visit my grandma too in Hollywood. And we used to run around the trees. Sometimes we used to climb up into the trees, and my grandma's always scream a little bit loud. But I remember we tried all the fruit there, and it was fantastic. And then I grew up, and my childhood said bye. A little bit sad. I remember my grandma used to cook chicken soup and with a lot of vegetable. My cousin and I, we hate them, but we have to eat it because my grandma always said the vegetables are good and you will be stronger than other children and stuff like that. And for that reason, I used to eat chicken soup. And for prepare this soup, we need to next cooking utensil. For example, a saucepan, a knife, a table for cut. And for the ingredients, we are going to use a chicken, I think 3 potatoes, 1 carrot, because I don't like a little bit. And I need a garlic, half onions, celery, green pepper, a salt tablespoon, and I need water, a liter, I guess. First of all, pour the water into a saucepan and put the boil in the stove. Next, wash and chop the chicken and add the chicken, the celery, the garlic, the onion into a saucepan. Well, after that, peel and chop all the vegetable and small pieces, and then add with the other ingredients and add a salt tablespoon and cook for 40 minutes or 45 minutes and
Time's up.
fine. Okay.
Okay. So we don't know, we will never know what will happen next. Okay. Thank you, Kenya. Very good. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. Believe me, I wish I could give you more time, but if I give you more time, not everybody will be able to pass. Now let's continue with Reina. Reina Monge, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Give me 1 second. Let me write your name. Okay, Reina, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about a good memory from my childhood, a little bit about my childhood. I remember that my best memories from my childhood was when I spent the December vacation in El Paraíso Chalatenango, my grandmother's house. My grandmother lives near to a river, so my brother, my cousins, and I used to have picnics in the afternoon or go out to play on the riverfront. I remember that we used to spend the entire month of December there, and we returned to San Salvador and the first day of January. I also remember that I didn't used to wake up early. I woke up late, and I used to help my mother and my grandmother to cook the lunch, and in the afternoon I used to go outside to play with my cousins and with my siblings. My father used to teach us, to my siblings and I, to swim in that river during vacation. And also when my uncle went to fishing, sorry, we used to went with him. I remember the last day of the year in December 31, we used to boil a chocolate cake because my mother's birthday is on December 31. And basically that's my memory childhood, the best the best childhood memories that I have. I remember that when I was younger, my father used to cook for my siblings and for me, uh, krill duck. It's easy to cook this recipe, so I will tell you and how you can make it. The ingredients are salt, duck, black sauce, mustard, 3 or 4 garlic, 2 onions, cilantro, radish, and an orange. First, you need to cook the duck into portions and boil it. Next, you need to chop the garlic and the cilantro and slice the onion. Then, when the duck is already cooked, you need to put it in a big bowl and pour the black sauce and the mustard. And you need to add the chopped garlic and the cilantro and salt and the sliced onion. Then you squeeze an orange and add the juice.
And time's up. Okay, I'm sorry, time's up. Thank you, Reina. That sounds like a very interesting dish. I love it. Okay, let's continue. And now it will be the turn for Jocelyn. Hello, Jocelyn.
Hello, teacher.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Excellent. Give me a second. Let me write your name.
Okay.
Okay, Jocelyn, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay. Good morning, classmate and teacher. I'm going to talk about my childhood. Well, I can say that I had a very nice childhood. My best memories with my family at Christmas. I remember that every day in December, I used to get up early with my brothers to watch Christmas movies while we ate chocolate cookies. Also, every afternoon, we used to do craft with my dad because my mom worked and she had few vacation days, so it was sad. However, on December 1st, we always used to put up and decorate the Christmas tree. And I used to play jackstones with my cousins and jumping rope as well. Also, I play the cars with my brothers. And another thing that I remember, I love the December because I didn't have to go to school. And my parents used to take me to swimming lessons and my brothers to soccer practice. On the other hand, on Christmas Eve, we used to get together with my entire family at my grandparents' house. We were about 20 people because my family is big, and we ate a chicken breast made by my grandmother, which was mouth-watering. And moreover, when I was a child, I remember that I used to eat chicken breast in cream. It was a recipe that my dad cooked, and now my mom and I cook it because it's easy to prepare it, and I think that it's yummy. So you only need chicken breast, also cream, coriander, spices, and onion. First, you prepare the chicken breast with the spices, such as chicken broth, salt, and slice the onion. And next, you put the chicken breast in a frying pan with a little oil and a little water to simmer them. Then, when they are cooked on both sides, add cream and sprinkle coriander. And after that, you just wait for it to boil. And finally, serve it with rice or salad. Also, you can eat it with vegetables that you know it's easy to prepare vegetables. You only have to cut the vegetables and cook them with a little salt. And when I was a child, I used to eat this dish with French fries. So that's another option. And it's yummy, so I recommend you.
Time's
That's it.
up. Okay, 3 minutes exactly. Very good. Okay, thank you. That sounds like a very delicious dish. Let's continue. You know, now that you are talking about food, I am hungry, everybody. My gosh. Okay, Miss Liz Yvette, you're the next one. Are you ready, Liz?
Yes, teacher.
Excellent. Let me write your name. Okay, Liz, your 3 minutes starts now. Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I will talk about a good memory from my childhood. It was when I was 8 years old. I used to play different type of games with my neighbors. For example, hopscotch, hide and seek, jumping rope, and other games. For example, we had a game where we called the taxi. It was about the child the child who had a bicycle taking the child who didn't have a bicycle. I was one of the children who didn't have a bicycle. One of my friends, we had a bicycle, used to let me her bicycle so that I could learn. She explained to me how I had to do it to be able to learn. The Christmas that year was very special for me because I was surprised that my parents gave me a bicycle. I felt very happy because I want to have a bicycle. With that bicycle, I learned to ride very well. And now I will describe the dish that I used to eat when I was younger. Is a hamburger with a French fry. The ingredients, hamburger bread, ground beef, cheese slice, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, ketchup, potato, onion, eggs, and salt and pepper. The steps, the first make the hamburger patties. Prepare the ground beef, adding chopped onion, salt, pepper, and egg. Blend all ingredients and from the meat patties and fry them in previous hot oil. Next, peel the potatoes, cut into long pieces, and fry in hot oil. Then, spread the mayonnaise on the bread and slice the tomato. After that, put the meat patty on the piece of bread, put the cheese slice, put the lettuce and tomato slice, and close the hamburger with other slice of bread. And
Fine
finally,
job. Okay,
thank you.
so you're welcome. Thank you. That was a very nice memory of childhood memories. Good. All right, let's continue. Let me see who's next. Wendy Mendoza. Wendy, are you ready?
Yes, of course, teacher.
Excellent. Okay, Wendy, let me write your name. 1 second.
Okay.
All right, Wendy, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay. Good morning. Today I'm gonna talk about my childhood, and my favorite memory is when I went to the zoo with my grandma because she's really important for me, and I used to go out with her all the time. And I remember when I went to the zoo for the first time. Uh, it was amazing. I mean, I was a little girl, and that kind of places are very amazing for the kids. And I remember when I saw the big animals and all that kind of animals in the place was very fantastic for me and was very beautiful memory for me. About my childhood, I used to play some kind of games like hide and seek or tag. And about the toys, I used to play with tassels or marbles or jackstones or something like that. And about food, I mean, I think I really liked to eat snack or juice or something like that. But my favorite food when I was younger was pancakes or hotcakes, and it's very easy to prepare that kind of food. You need 3 ounces of flour, 1 egg yolk, one cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1.5 cup of melted butter, a pinch of salt, butter for the pan, and the first step is mix all the ingredients with the mixer to obtain the butter. And next, pour the butter into a hot butter pan. And finally, when you notice that the bottom of the butter is solid, solidifying, turn it over. So it's very simple, but this recipe it's very yummy. It's appetizing and it's delicious for me. I mean, at the present time, I really liked too much. And well, I used to eat that kind of food with my grandma and when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed. I mean, for me, was the best memories in my life.
And time's up. Okay, thank you, Wendy. Very good. Let's continue. The next in my list is Mario. Mario, are you ready?
Hello, good morning. Yes, teacher.
All
I
right.
I think so.
You are, of course. Don't be nervous, everyone. Okay, Mario, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, teacher. I want to talk about my childhood. I used to play video games all the time when I was a kid. One of my favorite memories is playing video games with my cousin, especially the video game Super Mario World. This is a good memory because I remember that we were trying to beat the game together, and we had gotten to the final level, the Bowser Castle, and we had been trying to beat this castle for a few days, but this was really hard for us. Of course, we only was a child. So another memory is when I used to ride a bicycle. I remember this was really hard for me, but when I finally can to ride a bicycle, this was a really good experience. Another good memories that I have is when I used to play some video games with my neighborhoods, like marbles, hide and seek, tag, and another ones. And another traditional games of El Salvador, like picuchas. This is a really good memory too. So, about the memories from the food that I have a one that I want to tell you about it, and is when I eat milky rice. If you want to prepare it, you need a 1 cup of rice, 4 cup of milk, half cup of sugar, and 2 spoons of cinnamon. First, you have to wash the rice until the water looks clean, and you have to boil the rice in 8 cups of water around 20 minutes. Next, you add the sugar, and you have to mix it. You have to be careful because the pan and the stove are hot, so be careful with that. And then pour the milk and cook for 5 to 8
Time's up.
minutes more.
And time's
Thank you.
up. Okay. So we will never know the rest of the recipe.
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Thank you, Mario. Very good. Remember, everybody, be careful with the time. Okay, the next person in my list is Franklin. Franklin Cornejo, are you ready?
I'm here, but I have
Hello?
a problem with my audio. I'm here.
Okay, can you speak? I want to listen to you.
Yes. Could you hear me? Because I have a problem with my audio right now.
Well, I
Okay.
can listen to you. Yes,
Yes, I can
just
listen.
try to speak a little bit louder because I can hear you like a little low. Okay,
Okay.
very good. Okay, Franklin, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay. Hello, guys. I will start to talk about my childhood. I remember when I was a child, it was great because I didn't have homework and job to do. And another part that I consider was difficult for me when I was born because I have a disease. I don't remember the name, but it almost killed me. And my father told me it was a difficult moment for my whole family. And nowadays I'm good, I'm here, but when I was a child, it was difficult. And another part that I consider it was difficult for me when I started to kindergarten because I didn't like it. And I remember always cried a lot. And the favorite part of my childhood was when I used to go to my grandmother's house because she always prepared me homemade quesadillas. And I used to play with my cousins. I remember we used to play tag. And I remember I was playing with them, and suddenly one of my cousins pushed me, and I fell and I cried a lot. And I remember I broke a tooth. And by the way, my mom, she pushed me, and I cried a lot. But it was great when I was a child. And another part, I used to eat sandwiches when I was at school. And the favorite food that I consider like it was the pizza. And that's why I will talk about how to prepare pizza. The first step that you need to know is you need to buy the different ingredients: flour, ham, pepperoni, seasonings, oil. It's up to you whatever you want to add to pizza. And the utensils to use are window rolling pin, horn paper, and a bowl. First, we prepare the dough and add water with jet and add 2 tablespoons of oil. And then add water, a dough, and we add yeast. And after that, we mix the ingredients. And after that, let it rest, and we make the circular shape of the pizza. And you can add ham, pepperoni, pineapple. It's up to you, whatever you want to add. And next, we put the pizza in the oven for 30 minutes, sorry. And finally, put the pizza into portion, and we can enjoy it with your friends, girlfriend, boyfriends. And you can eat the pizza with soda, wine, and beer. It's up to you. The better option is to eat the pizza with wine because in another country, for example, Italy, the people eat the pizza, only pizza with wine. It's a traditional for them.
Time's up. Okay, time's up. That's interesting. Pizza and wine, everybody. Let's try it. Thank you, Mr. Franklin Cornejo. Very good. Let's continue. The next in my list is Herman. Hello, Herman.
Hello, teacher.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Of course you are. Okay, Herman, give me a second. Let me write your name. Okay, Herman, your 3 minutes starts now. Go.
Okay, good morning, classmates and Miss Clarissa. I want to describe one of my best memories from when I was a kid, and it was when I got my first bicycle. I remember when I was a kid, I used to see some friends and neighbors who had amazing bicycles, and I remember that uh, on that Christmas, my father gave me my first bicycle. I was really happy for that. So on the Christmas days, I I woke up very early and I rode my bicycle all the day. I remember that also with my friends, we used to uh, make some race in the park. And also when I came from the school, I used to ride on my bicycle every evening, as long as I finished my homework, of course. But unfortunately, not all the days were filled with happiness because I remember that one day I was riding too fast my bicycle, and when I saw a kitty was crossing on my way, and then I dodged the kitty to avoid to hurt the kitty. But unfortunately, I lost the control of my bicycle, and then I crashed into a wall. So I remember that I woke up in my room, and I saw a big cast on my left arm, and I don't know, I remember waiting that things for, I don't know, between 3 and 6 months. I do not remember exactly, but that's my happy experience. Ahora, now, sorry, I want to describe the recipe. When I was younger, I used to eat quesadillas. For me, it's a yummy and scrumptious dish. And I want to describe the recipe. Okay, the kitchen items that you need is a oven, blender, spoons, bowls. The ingredients that you need are eggs, a cream, a grated cheese, butter, flour, and I think that's all. Okay, the procedure is first into the bowl you have to mix the eggs with the milk. To that, add the eggs and then pour in the cream and mix them. After that, you have to add the grated cheese and mix them again. Next, in another bowl, you have to prepare the butter. Use the blender to beat the butter to a slowly velocity at the slowly velocity and mix them. And then you have to add the flour and sugar. After that, put the first mix into the second bowl and mix them.
Time's up.
Finally,
I'm sorry, time's up. Okay, that's an interesting child memory. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, but I have a question at the end. Herman, what happens with the cat? Was the cat good?
oh yeah, of course, I
Okay.
was a hero.
Nice. Okay, thank you, Herman. Let's continue with, let me see. Norma Lisette. Hello, Norma. Are you ready?
Hi. Yes, of course.
Excellent. Okay, Norma, give me a second. Let me write your name. Okay, Norma, your 3 minutes starts now. Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Let me tell you a little bit about my childhood. I remind my childhood, I have some great memories about it because I remember that when I was around 8 years old, I used to visit my grandparents' house because I remember that I love it to be in their house. And also every weekend with my sister and my mother, we used to go, and they lived in the countryside, and I used to go because I used to ride a bike in the patio because they had a large patio. And with my cousin, my cousin lived there, and we used to play with marbles or ride a bike. Or sometimes we used to climb some trees because they have a lot of trees around of their house. And I remind that I used to climb the mango tree and jocote tree. I used to carry salt. And then with my sister, my cousin, and I, we used to climb the tree and eat jocotes or mangoes on top of the tree. It was a nice memory. And also, I remind that my grandmother, and she used to cook chicken soup with carrots, potatoes, squashes, and with other ingredients. And I remember that I loved a lot the soup that she used to prepare for us. And also when she had time, and she used to cook for us corn tamales or chicken tamales, and maybe tamales biscuits that those are made with corn, beans, fried beans, and salt. Those are delicious. I remind that I love to eat them. And I remind that is that those were my best memory, because after that I had a bad experience in this place when I was 12 years old. Some bad people killed one of my uncles, and my childhood ends there. And after that, I started to be a teenager, and I used to help my mother with the chores in the house and go to school. I used to go to the school, and I used to walk around 1 hour to go to school, and it was a hard experience because it was on midday, and we used to work at midday 1 hour.
Time's up. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that sad memory. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you for sharing, Norma. That was nice. Okay, after Norma, let's continue with Paola Quintanilla. Hello, Paola.
Hello, teacher. Could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You ready?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, Paola, your 3 minutes start now. Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to tell you a story of my childhood. I think that I have a lot of memories, but if I must to talk about one, is this. When I was a child, I used to play with my siblings and my cousin. I remember that I had a blue and a medium car. I used to play with that car that was a gift from my grandmother. When I grew up, my siblings took the car, and I remember that one time they were playing, and they were 5 children. So they blew out the tires of that car. They fell off the car, but for them it was funny, and they kept playing. That car lost the door, and the car was crushed, but that didn't stop them continuing to play. I think that it was funny for me. When I was young, I had a favorite dish. That dish has a name because I think that my mother invented. I used to eat once a week or sometimes once a month. The steps that my mom followed to prepare that recipe were first peel the vegetable, and then she washed the vegetable. Next, my mother chopped the vegetable in a little squares, and then she boiled all the vegetables in a pot with a little water. When the vegetables were soft, she drained them and put them in a frying pan with butter, salt, black pepper. Then she adds ground chicken and tomato sauce. And finally, she served us the food. And I remember that it tastes delicious.
Only that?
Well, also I remember that I have like a favorite dessert. It was a bunch of eggs. I think that sounds disgusting, but it isn't. First you need to beat the eggs, but only the white part, and then sugar and coffee. And only that. When I was a child, I think that it was delicious. But currently, but not anymore, I think. And that's it.
You still have 15 seconds. Do you want to continue talking?
Well, no, not really. I don't have.
You don't have more to say. It's okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Paola. Very good. Let's continue. Isamar, you're the next one. Are you ready?
Yes, I am, teacher.
All right, give me a second. Let me write your name.
Okay. Maya. Okay, sorry, teacher. I was looking here. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am now ready.
Okay. Isamar, your time starts now. Go.
Okay, at the beginning, I want to talk about the dish that I used to eat when I was younger, and it was beef liver with onion. Some people said that beef liver is a little bit bitter, but if you prepare this recipe that I'm going to say, you know that's a lie. How to prepare it? First, we cut the liver in thin portions so that it is not mushy. We marinate it with some spices. For example, I used to add mustard, coriander, black sauce, garlic or garlic sauce, pepper, and salt. Then I pour a big portion of oil into a roasting pan and I brown the liver on both sides. While the liver is browning, I slice the onions, and after that, I put the liver into a frying pan and add the onion above the liver, and I pour water. But it's important not too much water, just to make it moist. Beef liver with onion, it's a little bit greasy, but it's delicious. Now I'm going to talk about my memory. I think the biggest good memory from my childhood is when I went to my grandparents' house on vacations. I was there with them since classes finished until the next year when classes started again. For example, I finished classes on Friday and I used to have my luggage ready because the next day on Saturday, I traveled to their house. There, I used to play with cars, spinning top, yo-yo, marbles, hide and seeks, and kites. But I remember that we didn't have money to buy kites almost every day. So my cousin, my friends, and I made our own kites. Really, we used to play almost all Salvadoran games. Moreover, I was there in Christmas time, and I remember that we burned a powder on December 24th and on December 31st. But the biggest memory is that what happened then. We looked for rockets that didn't explode the next day of this. Yes, on December 25th and on January 1st. We always were looking all the rockets. Yes.
All right, that sounds interesting. Nice memories. Okay, thank you, Isamar. Very good. Let's continue. Now the next in my list is Sofia Margarita. Sophia, are you ready?
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
Excellent. Give me a second. Let me write your name. Okay, Sophia, your 3 minutes start now. Go.
Okay, good morning, classmates and teacher. I'm going to talk about my childhood. So yes. Well, when I was a child, I used to play video games with my cousins. For example, Wii and Xbox. So, but one of my favorite games, it was Just Dance. Nowadays, I always dance. But also, I used to play it outside with my other cousins. I don't know if you watch Lost, the series, when the airplane falls and they stayed in the island. So with my cousin, we imagined that we stayed in the series Lost. That's crazy, but yes, I remember that. We used to play also jumping rope, football, and American football too, and hide and seek. They're the games I remember. But yes, also I remember when my mom cooked my favorite dessert. I don't know, it's like a dessert because it's sweet. So when I was 10 or 11 years old, I think it was rice pudding. It's easy to make, uh, in my case. Okay, we need some ingredients. For example, we need milk, rice, obviously, condensed milk. It's optional, but it's the better when you use cinnamon, sugar, and vanilla. It's optional. Uh, First, you need to boil the water, sugar, cinnamon, and rice. Next, pour milk and stir. Then pour condensed milk and stir again. After that, try the rice. With the rice, the texture it softens, like you can eat. And finally, enjoy your food. You can add cinnamon powder and raisins, but it's optional. The people maybe didn't like. So, but you can add the cinnamon powder on the rice pudding and you can enjoy it. Only that. Or I have time.
Well, you have 1 second, but it's
Bye.
bye. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Sophia. That sounds very delicious. Okay, let's continue. I'm learning a lot, guys, from your recipe, so thank you. Okay, Violeta Delgado, are you ready? Hello.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Excellent. Okay, let me write your name.
Okay.
Give me a second. Okay, your 3 minutes start now. Go.
Okay, good morning, teacher and classmate. Today I'm going to talk about my good memory from my childhood. And I remember when I was a younger, uh, I used to play some typical game in our country. For instance, in spinning top, marbles, and others games. And I remembered it was so funny. As well, um, I played with my brother and my neighbors. And I remember we used to buy different typical food, for example, charamuscas and choco bananas, I think. Um, I remembered it was so delicious for me. Um, Also, I remember we used to uh, eat pupusas in a good pupuseria in our childhood, and it was so amazing. Um, Enjoyed the time with my friends. Besides that, I remember my mom cooked to me fried fish. I think it was so delicious for me because I really love to eat fish. She was cooked. She was prepared this dish once a week to me. Um, I I learned to prepare this dish, and currently I prepare this dish to my son. Um, I try to explain you my recipe. First of all, um, you have to wash your hand is the most important, and then you wash the fish, and you have to put some species inside to the fish, and then you have to chop very well onion and garlic and put inside the fish, and then you have to use the fry pan and pour the oil and only wait a few minutes because the oil have to be hot, and then you fry the fish, and finally you enjoy with fries, salad, or whatever drink that you like. And currently I
Salsa.
really enjoy. Okay.
And time's up. Very good. Thank you, Violet. Interesting recipe. Okay, we don't have enough time. So, Jamie, are you ready?
I am.
Excellent. Jamie is going to be the last one. Unfortunately, the time is not enough. So the one who couldn't pass today, tomorrow is the last opportunity, okay? So sorry, but the time is not enough. Jamie, your 3 minutes start now. Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Let me tell you about one of my best childhood memories, which is Christmas and New Year's Eve, because I remember that it was a great time for me because that meant it was my vacation as well. And my mother and my uncles were preparing Christmas dinner, and the whole family gathered to have a good time together. And I remember that my aunt came from the United States, and my family and I used to gather at her house for Christmas dinner. And I used to wear new clothes and shoes, and my best friend Stephanie, she was my neighbor, and we used to play with fireworks, and it was a big party with food and alcohol and fireworks as well. And I remember we danced some cumbias all night until midnight. And the best of all was the next day. We used to go to the beach with my family, and my cousins and I used to play in the sand, and we made sand castles, and we ate seafood or recalentado, you know. That time it's my best childhood memory because my whole family was together and we had good times together as well. And one of the dishes I used to eat when I was young is chicken soup because it is easy to prepare. Basically, you only need a saucepan, water, chicken, potatoes, carrots, or whatever vegetable you like, noodles, onion, tomato, and salt.
And first, you need to wash the chicken very well with lemon and water, and then cook the potatoes and carrots into small pieces or slices as you prefer, and chop the tomato and onion very well and boil it with the chicken, and then wait 10 minutes, and after that add the potatoes, carrot, and noodles, and let them boil until all the ingredients are well cooked. And you add.
Time's up. I'm sorry, time's up. Okay, thank you, Jamie. That sounds delicious too. Okay, everybody, in this moment, it's all. We don't have more time, unfortunately, but we are going to continue tomorrow. I think that there are a lot of people who couldn't pass today. Listen, tomorrow is the last day that I'm going to evaluate. So for the one who hasn't passed, please, you have to pass tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to evaluate the classmates that are missing, but when they finished, we will continue with the class, okay? If you pass today, yes, you have to be connected tomorrow since the very beginning. Because remember, Zoom is counting your minutes, okay? So, I passed today, no classes tomorrow? No, don't say it. Tomorrow, you have to be connected the 90 minutes. Understood? Yes?
I got it.
Excellent. Important, because not everybody could pass today. I'm not going to send your scores today. I will send the scores until tomorrow that, tomorrow we are going to finish the exam, okay? So for the one who passed today, be patient. You will receive your scores, but until tomorrow. Got it? Yes?
Got it.
Excellent. Do you have any questions, everybody, before leaving? No questions? Okay,
no.
You are doing great. Such a beautiful job with exams. For the ones that are going to pass tomorrow, I expect perfection because you will have more time to prepare yourself, organize your idea in order that the time can be enough for you. Okay, so everybody, that's all for today. Thank you so much for being in the class. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank
See
you.
you.